Hey crypto fools, this is Booter Crypto at Coinspace, and today I wanted to do a review of Pillar Wallet. If you guys don't know what Pillar Wallet is, you need to figure this out. So Pillar Wallet is maybe going to be the most revolutionary thing to happen this year for how we're going to interact with the world around us. And we're going to do it all through the use of our phones. So essentially what Pillar is going to be is their premise is that we use all these different separate apps and potentially, going across town just with one single trip, we may interact with 6 or 7 different apps, from our, our music app to our, Spotify to our directions to, for ordering something, say Starbucks, maybe, a handful of these, and for each one of those, not only is it cumbersome to go out and find these services that we want, but then again, on top of it, they're all storing our data. So there's an immense security risk, but also, they're making money off of our data. Companies like Google and Facebook, these are all server-based systems that take our data, aggregate it, and sell it. And so their idea is to get to a single system which is service-based rather than app-based, in which you interact with these APIs, these systems out there in a way that they come to you rather than you going out to them, and you control all of your own data in what they're calling your data locker. So I wanted to talk to you about Pillar because their roadmap, they're hitting their checkpoints, and their roadmap is fantastic, and their system's revolutionary in the sense that it's like it's the next step or evolution of crypto. The only way it's going to be made mainstream is if it's made easy, which they call their granny wallet, is their first one coming out. If it's made, simple, and there's use case for it in the way that it affects our daily lives. So this is their website. I would highly suggest you guys to get onto pillarproject.io and to listen to David, their CEO, talk about their goals and how and why they're run the way they are. First thing I wanted to do was play for you this little video that tells you exactly what Pillar is in a lot better way than I can.
Max. His connected life includes apps, websites, social networks, shopping, tickets, getting around town, and more. Max has many accounts and passwords, all with updates, avatars, networks, and permissions. Max has apps. Each app can only do one thing, and they can't talk to each other. Many of them store his credit card information and charge high fees. Each traps his data, which gets resold to middlemen and large companies. His money, personal information, and important records live in data centers, where identity and data are always at risk from hackers. Isn't there a better way? There is. Introducing the Pillar Wallet. The Pillar Wallet puts all of Max's data and content in one place. Everything he needs now comes to him. He makes a request, and offers come in from around the web, including smart contracts on the blockchain. No more logins, no more apps, no more searching websites. Because everything in Max's life is under his control, no single company can monetize his data without his permission. All of his personal data is safely stored on the blockchain. The Pillar Wallet is simple, versatile, and uses tokens to help Max do things. He can pay his driver, order a pizza, find a new client, or make a doctor's appointment right from his wallet without any apps. The blockchain protects his privacy and assets at all times. The Pillar token powers this new ecosystem, which starts as a wallet but evolves to become Max's trusted personal assistant, pulling in whatever he needs and leaving all his old apps and accounts behind. The Pillar Wallet is a new platform that helps Max get things done. Pillar, the wallet for the 21st century.
So as you see, guys, that video sort of highlights their concept of pulling services to you, what you're needing and wanting in your life to you, and then that way you have all these options and you control your data. So it's pretty exciting in the way that that's nice about their token, but the way their system works is that you'll use slivers of pillars to pay for all these services, maybe in terms of like, saving all of your data every month. There might be a service for that that's 10 cents a month, or paying for Spotify with your Pillar. you know, some fraction of a Pillar token. But it's essentially a way to have an entire ecosystem with payment options in one place. So it's a bigger scale than anything we've seen out there, and it's really going to be. It's something right now. We have a lot of tokens that don't do anything, or if they do something, it's so minimal in the way it affects our lives. Whereas this could be one that actually breaks open, you know, the whole use case into the world. And then they do something that's worth highlighting. I'm going to go to careers up here. You have your wallet, contests, and careers. They do something that's really interesting. People have thought, sort of misunderstood this, but they go on a volunteer basis on how they hire. So it's quite cool. They have a video here on their website under careers that talks about it, but using volunteer hires rather than paying for people does a couple different things in their favor, and in the project's favor. You get people who are super passionate about what this could be, signing up and doing and providing whatever they want, whatever they are interested in doing or good at doing, and Pillar's welcome to take it and include those people in the project. And you know, that way you get people passionate about this rather than people just looking for a job. The other aspect of volunteers is that, you know, if I need a job and I need to make money for 2 hours, an hour or 2 hours, I can go into a couple of interviews, put on my best face, and who knows if that's really how I am, or if it's going to be a good fit for that team, you know, that company, or for myself with them. So this way, you volunteer, they get to see if you can do what you really say you can do, and if it's extremely useful and they need more of it, they can hire you from there, you know, for paid positions, which they do quite frequently, they say. And this is where a little spot on their website, pillarproject.io, where they show all the people they're looking for, you know, back-end Node.js developers, all kinds of different things, financial guys, crypto exchange stuff, because eventually in their wallet, they're going to have exchanges. If you're sitting there in your wallet and you need to buy some, you know, Omisego to work on this network with your Ether, you can do that right there in the wallet, which is really cool. So it's kind of, their idea is kind of taking the traditional sense of a wallet and redefining what wallet means. You know, wallet is going to be the way you interact with people and the world around you in general. So this is a little bit about their wallet, and it's pretty cool. So you can sign up to see when they're going to come out and subscribe. This talks about having all your favorite tokens in one place. Any ERC token can be added and stored in your personal wallet. So that's pretty huge. It's like having my Ether wallet in an actual useful app like this, secure app. So their roadmap is they've got phase ones are going to be the token wallet. Now they've recently updated and said their first wallet they're coming out with is going to be a combination of their token and ICO wallet, and I'll explain what that means. So essentially, you know, you can send Ether, receive Ether. It'll be a self-storage wallet with email address and 12-word seed. Just like your other wallets that are out there today. People can get their wallet address and QR code sent to them in an email, or you can send Pillar tokens to their wallet that way. So you're just going to be scanning QR codes, not any of this inputting 20 to 42 characters. You can see history, previous transactions. You're going to have your own profile, and this will be really handy for other things later, as they say, and we'll go over that as well. You can get help in the app, and you know, their phase 2 wallet's going to be the ICO wallet. They're now combining those. The phase 3 wallet is really cool. So this is going to be the real basis for the wallet that we hope will become the personal data locker, and it's the grandma wallet. And they mean by that is it's going to be something so easy your grandmother can use. You're going to be able to have that's sort of the ecosystem of services coming to you that. Things are pulled to you, and it basically gives the control back to us instead of these companies. And then you have the business wallet, which is the goal is to give companies a way to replace accounts with wallets and be GDPR compliant as a byproduct. I should probably know what that means. And there's a lot of places they mention you can sort of learn about what they're doing. So another part of another video that I thought was quite awesome that I'm gonna research where that is real quick. Oh, this is sort of their like live demo, which I thought was pretty cool. So they're giving a demo of their wallet as a work in progress. It will be a simple, easy to use wallet that will let you store and work with cryptocurrency and tokens. It will transform into a combination of eBay and your personal digital assistant. The nonprofit foundation is committed to continuous delivery of wallet and features. So I believe this is the one I clicked on that let me show you guys what. Oh, this is how you sign up to see this demo. But let me real quickly jump on here. I had this video up. I don't know what happened to it, but it's a little video that shows. So this is sort of like the Pillar's year-end. There we go, Pillar year-end. So they did like an hour-and-a-half long talk, and at this particular mark in here, they do a little demo, and we're right at it right here somewhere, of what the the app's kind of going to look like from the beginning stages. So I'll pull this up here so we can talk about it. It's really cool. So this is going to be their sort of how they've envisioned their first iteration of the wallet. They're going to have these. Oh, internet is so slow.
Of the design of the.
All right, so let's get back to that. Boom. So they're going to have these cards, right? So the way they've described these cards to be, they're going to have these asset cards, people, services, and me. The asset's going to be where all your digital assets are kept. So the cool thing about this is it's going to show where your crypto tokens are, different, even if there's other digital assets you might hold, you'll hold them all there, and then you can send or receive from that place. That's what that send button is. And essentially, this is the big one, guys. This is like Venmo. Venmo and Skype, when you go to find somebody, they're just finding them based on email or phone number. It's going to be the same way in here. You can send a Pillar or any other token to anybody else just by clicking on them. There's no mucking around with 42 character long addresses. If you miss a character, if you copy paste wrong, you've lost money. I mean, that's keeping the majority of people out of this. It's so confusing to have these long strings of characters that they don't know what they do. They haven't backed things up properly. It's hard to send. You don't know what you're waiting for or not waiting for. We needed an application that streamlines this to something that we can understand and digest. And then they're going to have a people tab, which is essentially finding those people, finding who you've worked with before, who you've had transactions with in the past. And there's a services tab here. As you can see, this is the people, guys. Request, send, same way we know a Venmo, works today. Tells you how much you've sent. You confirm it. Then they've got a services tab that right now is just going to act as support. But they're imagining that you're going to have a lot more offered on top of this as other businesses develop around the concept of this. And this is the big one, guys. This is your data locker, the me section. You're going to control all your data right here, and you're going to own it yourself. It's not going to be contained on other people's servers where they're owning and sending and selling your information. Here, you're going to own it and decide who gets access to it or not, rather than having to give all these applications access as default. So this is pretty big. And this is just the first iteration, and there's going to be that ICO component that we mentioned earlier, which that's huge. So you're also, through this wallet, you're going to be able to invest in ICOs. If anybody really knows how confusing it is currently to invest in ICOs, you can see why this could be a huge game changer. Rather than having to do know your customer stuff, upload all your things to these companies, wait for them to check into them, approve you, then send you an address to send your Ether to, then hope you get your tokens back at some later date. There's not going to be any of that business. Instead, Pillar, these companies are going to go to Pillar. Pillar's going to make sure that they are who they say they are, that's legit, that it's, there's nothing to worry about in terms of fraudulent activities. Then you're going to click on, let's say B token, for example. You're going to click there, send your Ether. Instead of having to put in any kind of character or any kind of address, it's already going to be preloaded in. You send your Ether to them. It's going to say pending till you get your tokens, and boom, it's all been set up for you. You get it right there in your assets tab, which is going to be a game changer. You know your customer stuff. All your own data is already in the Pillar wallet, so nobody has to wait for you to load anything. They know by interacting with you, your customer stuff is there. So this is going to be a big game changer, guys. And let's go to the next one. I would highly recommend checking them out at the Pillar Project channel and subscribing. I thought I subscribed already. But this Pillar Why video is a little bit more about David telling you guys why they're doing what they're doing. So I suggest checking into that. And then also, you're going to notice that this Pillar update about their roadmap, ICO wallet, and equity token sales is the next thing you guys should check out. This is where he talks about how they're ahead of scale, or ahead of their time schedule in building out the first wallet and their capabilities. So pretty exciting. He talks about it's basically an update about everything they're trying to do, the four wallet stages, and what their uses are going to be like. So I would check this video out as well. Those are all really good resources. And just to give you guys an idea of price action and where we are, this thing came out at a cent for its ICO. So people that were in this have just seen unbelievable growth. We're ranked 83. We've broken into the top 100 on CoinMarketCap. And we have so much room to grow, considering we're not even on any major exchanges. It was only on EtherDelta for a while, Cryptopia as well, which is a really difficult exchange as well, even though it has a lot of tokens, HitBTC, a lot of issues. When we get to like Bittrex, Binance, KuCoin, this thing, I see it going through the absolute roof because people are starting to wake up. I see more YouTube videos about it. I see more opinions about Pillar. They're realizing that this is the one token that I see changing the landscape of crypto being a niche investment and really exciting growing space to massive adoption among real world users on a large scale. So, we had a huge run up last month. You can see we went from, let's see what date this was. Back in the beginning of December, we were at 16 cents. We're now at $1.27, but then we went all the way up to $1.47, had a huge consolidation, retracement back down to a low of 85 cents, and we've been climbing back up to retest old all-time highs. That's a great signal, guys, as this is just a massive pennant that we're moving up, and once we break that old all-time high, I feel like that blue sky area is going to take us much higher. So those are my ideas on Pillar. It's one of my favorite coins that I'm invested in, and I'm in it for the long haul. So I suggest you guys, not investing advice of any kind, but I suggest you guys look into it if you're interested yourselves. There's a 227 million token supply, so not a ton, not a little either, but check it out, guys, and get it before it gets to the main exchanges if you're interested. I wanted to give a shout out at the end of this video. I told a guy for helping me with EtherDelta. He gracefully took his time to a lot of time, quite frankly, to ease my concerns about some ETH I had in EtherDelta, and he took his time, talked to me, helped me work through how to use the site, and his name's John, and things like that where people come out of the community to help others. It's part of what makes this community great. So I appreciated everything you did for me, John. And guys, if you like the content, if you like this coin review, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and share to your friends. I truly appreciate it, and it's growing the community here, and I'm trying to bring you guys more content on the reg. So I'm going to figure this streaming thing out as soon as I can. I don't know if it's my internet connection or the software I'm using, but we'll get it under control, and we'll go through charts at some point. So happy trading. Catch you guys next time.